Hello everybody, welcome to Meditative Crafting. I'm Cher.
And I'm David.
And we're in costumes.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
This time we decided to dress up in costume. Just thought it would be kind of cool and different to do. And so we just got a little, excited about it. This was our surprise we were talking about last month, by the way. So,
yep.
You can tell I'm dressed up like a baby. I hope you can tell. There's a little more context to this costume that makes it a little more interesting. When I grew up in Las Vegas, and I lived in Las Vegas for 35 years or something. So,
yeah. You gotta think of how old.
Yeah. So we lived there. I lived there for a long time, and then we moved here for a job. I got a job here, and so everybody at the office decided to start calling me Vegas because they just, I guess most people who don't live in Vegas don't think about the fact that people do live in Vegas. So everyone was just like, wow, you're from Vegas? Wow, you're from Vegas? Wow, you're from Vegas? And then eventually everybody just started calling me Vegas. So I'm from Vegas. Everybody called me Vegas. I'm a baby. So I'm Vegas, baby. So yeah, that was the joke. It made it a little more interesting when I wore this as a costume at work, but I thought I would still use it here just because. So.
Yep, just because you're silly.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so.
There's no story with mine. I'm just Dr. Seuss kitty cat.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a cat in a hat. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Isn't that one of the Dr. Seuss cat
Yeah.
in the hat? Well, there we go. I'm the cat in the hat. All right. Okay, now it's time for hot off the needles. I got the Sanctuary knit shawl done. Where the marker is where it was last time. I added fringe, which didn't actually take that long, and I like it. It adds pizzazz, like my bestie says. Hi, bestie.
And then I have.
Yeah, there you go.
I showed you this on episode 1. I wasn't technically done yet. I had to do the grafting, the Kitchener stitch for the last stitches. I finally finished that this morning. So this is a Starflake by Stephen West. So I really like how this came out. These two colors really pop from each other. So the purple and the bright pink. So yeah, it looks really nice. I finally got it finished. I still have a few ends to weave in. I haven't been able to finish that yet before we decided to start recording, but it came out really nice.
It did.
So,
I can't wait to wear it.
Yep, I'm almost done. I don't know.
Dun dun dun. Stay tuned for the weaving in the ends being done.
Yes.
Alright. Now we're on to whips. In my Bags by Awesome Granny bag, the Halloween gnomes, I have my French Vanilla Cappuccino Socks by CC Allman. I'm not at the heel yet. I still got probably like 40 rows left to do of the leg, because this is the cuff here.
It's like a Halloween colored yarn almost.
It is a Halloween. The colorways. This is Halloween. That's the colorway by.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
What's it by? Here we go. Bad Wolf Girls Studios. Bad Wolf Girl Studios. Yeah, this is Halloween colorway.
This is Halloween, something, something, something in the pumpkin king.
Now you're going to do a Christmas one because I got the Christmas Gnomes bag by Bags by Awesome Granny.
See, now we just need to watch Nightmare Before Christmas.
Is that on? Oh, that's been on.
Yeah.
On the Freeform channel, which we have.
Huh?
Yeah. So this is my, I don't know, Christmassy sock. It's got some sparkles in it. Kind of see it.
It's the same pattern as the other one.
It's the same pattern. It's the French Vanilla Cappuccino sock by CC Allman. And I'm about at the same place as the other one. So I'm not done the leg yet. That's what I got for that. Oh, and the yarn is, she doesn't dye anymore, but it is Honeybee Knits. And the colorway, Better Late Than Never. Okie doke. In my Bags by House and Granny bag, the penguin's knitting, looks so cute, oh my goodness, is my Slip Extravaganza by Stephen West. Oh, spoilers.
Spoiler alert, yes. We're going to show these, so if you don't want to see it, we'll let you know where to skip to when we're done.
We're only on clue 1.
Yeah, we've only finished.
So a lot of people have, like, bypassed it and whatnot. But here is mine.
And so her colors are a little more subtle.
Yep. So I'm basically doing like a neutral, which is different for me, but I like.
Mm-hmm.
So there's mine.
She liked the purple in it. It's a little hard to see the purple right now, but
I'll try to work more on it. I mean, you got a lot more than I did on it.
So we're both working on it. I also have this. I actually just this morning finished clue 1. So and this is what it. Well, I guess technically, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I guess. But so that's.
You started down.
You started up at the top and then you go down to the bottom. Yeah. So I don't know which way I would show this, but
yeah, because I don't.
This is the easiest way to hold it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
But yeah, there you go. So I got the red with the black and the gray and the contrast honeycomb thingies. So.
Yep.
But I just finished this morning, actually. So
you're done clue 1.
I'm done clue 1, and then I'm gonna go on. I guess there's a bonus clue in between clue 1 and clue 2 or something. So I'm gonna look into that and probably get that started sometime this weekend or something. So.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
In my Bags by Awesome Granny bag, tote bag, is my Comfort Fade Cardi.
Just been working on this for a while. Showed it to you a little bit last month.
Where the marker is where it was last podcast. So I got quite a bit done. Now I'm where I'll be splitting for the sleeves and the body. So I've gotten quite a bit done. I mean, yeah, that's a lot. And then the charm, it's over here, is Simply Serving.
Everything's backwards when you're on a camera.
Is it backwards?
Well, I'm just saying.
No.
It feels backwards.
But it's not backwards.
No.
Okay. Okay. Oof. Get my stuff in the nose.
And then I am working still on a cardigan as well. The Grown Up Girl by Joji Locatelli. So mine also has a fade. Like, remember, I was mentioning last month that I decided to do a fade.
Careful with the microphone.
So you got the pink at the bottom, and then now I'm fading into the orange at the top. So I think I mentioned that last month that I decided to do that because we couldn't get enough yarn of each individual color, so I decided to do 2 colors. And I was, let me see, this is what I've basically done, because I had just gotten to the pocket part here before our last podcast. So everything from the pocket to the top here is what I've done since in the last month.
A lot of progress.
So I made a pretty good amount of progress there. I'm actually now on to actually like separating it out or something for the sleeves or something. I don't know the exact thing that I'm supposed to be doing next, but I'm on to that next step or whatever. So, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been kind of cool, and especially since I'm kind of giving my own little twist to it. So,
Looks good to me.
Yeah.
In my Bags Blossom Granny bag,
Another one
is my Doodler.
She needed a lot of progress on this, too.
Where the marker is where it was last time.
And these are like wedges, so like...
I'm on the last wedge now.
Yeah.
Here. Yep. So I got that wedge to finish, which I was hoping to by today. I didn't get that far, but I will definitely have it done by next podcast.
Yep. I mean, you might have the whole thing done by next podcast.
I don't know. Well, the next part is the cabling on top, which is the purple. And then there's something else, like a feather and fan or something that's pink on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So I get those two sections left, and then it will be done.
Okay. Well, then maybe not the whole thing, but you probably will have maybe another step done, a section done, maybe.
I'll definitely have the last wedge done. And I'll at least have the other part started, if not finished. Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
Possibility.
So, I'm doing this one here. I talked about this before, the No Hairino. I haven't made a ton of progress since the last time I've been working on some of the other stuff. I think I worked on it a couple times, but
okay.
I just thought I'd give it another show just because it's really cool looking. And I'm probably almost done. I don't know, maybe a few more sections. But yeah, I just thought I'd show it again real quick just to see because it looks really cool. I like it. I'm really enjoying it though. But we kind of started a whole bunch of other stuff, so I
yeah.
I've been working on a lot of that lately too. So, and then I have some other things that I've been doing, which I'll talk about more later in the podcast too. That's also been taking up some time. So, all right. So now it's back to you. You.
Yeah, I got my face thread bag, which has a bunch of stuff on it.
Well, when you have cats, your bags and things
Yeah.
are always going to have a lot of hair on it. And we just decided we don't care anymore.
Is my craft room blanket.
Yep. And so each one we buy a new color every month.
We didn't for this.
We haven't gotten one.
month.
We haven't gotten the latest one yet, but
Trying to
it's
find.
because she's only just kind of about halfway through the most previous color.
I'm trying to find the turtle. Oh, there's the turtle. So I didn't get a whole bunch of progress done, but there's some. At least I got the next color started, which is Purple Pie Man by Yarn Cafe Creations. All this yarn is. Yep. So it's coming along. I just haven't been working on it, but now that it's getting colder because it's fall and that's that time of year, I'll probably work on it a lot more.
Well, and you've got the new pattern where you've been trying to, like, after you've had a couple of cups of coffee, you start trying to work on some of the more complicated stuff throughout the day, stuff that takes a little more thought. Because this is just garter stitch, so it's pretty simple. But you will use this or one of your baby blankets in the morning, and then in the evening again after, like, shortly before bed. But during the day, you try to focus on a lot of your other projects now that are more complicated.
Yeah, like first thing in the morning with like my 2.5 cups of coffee, I work on like usually the baby blankets I knit for charity. And then after that, once I start having more coffee, I start working on the other projects that require more concentration. And that's why you see a lot of progress done on my projects this time, because you helped me change my routine a little bit, but in a nice way.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it, and it's been working pretty good.
Well, I mean, you were having a few days there where you were feeling a little, like, down, like you weren't doing as much, things weren't as interesting to you for some reason.
Depression.
Yeah, I think a lot of that was kicking in a little bit. And so I just thought maybe a small change of routine to kind of help push yourself to something else would help boost you up. And so far it looks like it has. I mean, you've been doing pretty well the last few days, the last couple weeks. So since you started doing that. You've been doing a lot better, so.
Yep, so, I mean, for anyone out there that goes through this as well with depression and things, sometimes just, switching things up a little bit, changing your routine slightly, but enjoying still the things that you enjoy, that it could be helpful.
Yeah.
For sure.
So it seems to have helped her a lot. So yeah, if anyone, like she said, anyone with, and I mean, seasonal depression is fairly common, but like when you have people with depression in general and then seasonal depression on top of that, then that just like kind of compounds everything. And so yeah, just don't change it too much, but just enough that you feel like you're doing a little something different than your normal routine, and then it just helps spark a little something extra, I think. So
yep, and casting on new things is always a nice thing too.
Yep,
and Happy Mail as always.
Yep. And we'll talk about Happy Mail in a little bit. We have a lot of Happy Mail this podcast, but that's not until a little bit later. So
yep. Well, you remember the cross stitch here? Well, I started it.
And that's all.
And that's all I got. It's a star of a bee.
Just a couple wings.
What?
Is that a couple wings?
I think so. Yeah, that's the wings. I think I got the wings done. Yeah.
The wings of one of the bees, and there's 3 bees, and then a big giant cat. So
the wings are done. I just gotta, cause it's this one right here that I'm doing right now. This bee. So I gotta get on it. Now on to charity, which is all me. Here's dishcloth 1, dishcloth 2, and dishcloth 3.
Yeah, she hasn't done quite as much of this stuff lately because, like we said earlier, she's been trying to focus a little more on some of the other projects, like the shawls and the stuff like that, and the cardigan and everything, just to kind of change it up a little bit. So
I did, though,
But she still does, and I mean, she still does a little bit, and these are a little bit different than her other ones because where she was trying to use up some scrap yarn.
There's blanket 1.
So it's the same pattern, it's just more colors and smaller stripes.
This one was before I did that. Blanket 2. And these are all the Super Easy Lap Blanket by Pearl Soho. This is blanket, 3?
3, yeah.
Ugh. Getting old. And this is blanket 4.
But I'm a baby. I can't be old.
4?
4, yes. I think you said 4. I think that's 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 4.
Yep.
I don't know. I can't count. Anyway. So that's
1, 3, 6, 5, 2, 9. Wait, what?
Oh, I got works in progress of them. Here's the one I'm currently working on.
Same thing with the smaller stripes because she's using up some scrap yarn.
Yep.
Because she can make like 2 blankets with each skein. Like basically each skein will last 2 blankets, and there's like maybe a little bit left of each skein. So then she'll take it and just kind of like use the scraps for another blanket at the end. So
this is a Fates thread bag. And then, this is another Fates thread bag.
Taco, about awesome.
Yeah. Makes me want to have tacos. We got the ingredients for tacos?
Probably. It would be pulled pork tacos.
I already have the pulled pork chili.
Okay.
Which I can do.
Yeah.
So this is the one dishcloth I'm working on currently. Very pretty.
It's a cool color.
So dishy. You want to know the color?
Yeah.
It is... See, Dishy Multi. It is color Summer Jams. So.
Pump up the jam. Pump up the jam.
Oh my goodness. That brings us back in the 90s. Pump up the jam. Up the jam. Up the jam. Anywho, that's all for charity. Alright, next is the next cast-ons. I didn't get to casting on the Simple Summer Shrug by Christy Bowden Designs. But since I finished the shawl that I just finished, I plan to cast that on. I did cast on 2 French vanilla socks when I was only planning on casting on 1. And then I ended up casting on that slip extravaganza. But that was planned. That one was planned. There was something else that I casted on, I think. Maybe not. But that's what I want to cast on anyway. There could be more things before next podcast. Yeah,
and if I have time, I'm thinking of starting the painting brick shawl or whatever it's called by Stephen West.
Painted brick shawl.
Painted bricks shawl. Stephen West just recently had the sale, so we bought a whole bunch of his stuff and again,
like we did last year.
He's one of our favorites.
Yep. And we both knit them.
So, got that one, and I'm probably gonna try to cast that one on with some what do you call it? Stash yarn.
Yeah. Well, his projects are usually
pretty good for stash. So, because you can kind of just go all colorful, crazy, and that's what I like about a lot of his patterns is that you can just kind of do whatever, and they'll usually turn out pretty good.
Yep. So, yeah, I agree.
But but I don't know if I'll get to that this month or not. So we'll see how that goes.
We'll see. Now it's on the Happy Mail. We got a lot this month.
Oh yeah, we do. We got a lot going on. So.
Alright, first up, I got this nice
it's like a knitting box.
Knitting box.
It's like a knitting bowl, like a bowl, but it's a box. It has a lid, and then you can
a turtle
on both sides.
Cause I like turtles.
Especially ever since we went to Hawaii.
Oh yeah, I bought turtle earrings, turtle necklace, turtle bracelet, turtle stuffy. I went turtle crazy. So, yeah.
Yep.
I heard about TS Creations Treasures from Bag's Blossom Granny, which mother-daughter. Mother is Bag's Blossom Granny. And it was on the podcast Knitters Gotta Knit when they were podcasting. She mentioned it. And I told David about it because he was wanting, something like this. And so I told him about it, and he ordered some.
I ordered some. I ordered that one there for her. I like action stuff. I like, samurais and pirates and things like that. So she cut the turtle is a common one she makes from time to time. I think it was on her Etsy shop as an actual thing, so we got that. But then she had a thing saying though, like, if you want custom, let us know and she'll figure it out. And so I went to her with a few things that she tried that she just couldn't quite get to work, like they kept breaking. So, but she tried, and she came back to me and said, well, we need to figure something else out. Let's see what we can do. So I told her I like swords and things especially, so she found this online. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little bit weird, but it's like 2 crossed sabers.
There you go. Right there.
Yep, there you go. Now you can see it pretty well. And on both sides, it's got the same thing on both sides. She found that, and so we decided to go with that. We liked it a lot, and then I just thought that the black and the red would go really cool with that kind of a design, just because that kind of... It's swords, so you think dark, a little bit blood, I guess, so...
That's
kind of what it goes to. So, then I asked her, because she had a whale as one of her normal ones. I don't remember exactly. She had a name for it, but I don't remember what it was. Like Wally the Whale or something. I don't know. But anyways, and so, but I have always loved dolphins. I think they're fascinating animals. They're extremely intelligent. And while people will try to say, yeah, but they also are violent and whatever and blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, to me, that just, in some ways, just makes them more interesting because they're calculating, they're intelligent, they know what they're doing and they know what they want and they understand how to get it. Regardless of whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Just that concept that there's other animals out there that come close to human intelligence just has always fascinated me, and being that this is dolphins, which are not really, other than being mammals, they're not really related to humans in any ways, because most of the other relatively intelligent animals are apes. So the fact that there's another animal other than being mammal that they're not that closely related to us. So I just thought that was, I've always loved them because of that, and they've just always been very fascinating to me. So
you have quite a bit of dolphin stuff.
Yeah, I have a lot of knickknacks and whatnots about dolphins that I've bought over the years. So
yeah,
just something that I've always been interested in. So, so next one, the Ebo.
Well, it's the espresso monitors.
Oh well, I'll go to this one first because I have it handy. This is something I bought off of Kickstarter a while back. It finally just arrived. It was supposed to arrive back in June, but because of the pandemic and everything, pretty much everything on Kickstarter has been delayed by a couple of months, if not. Some of them have been delayed by probably almost a year. So, and then with Kickstarter being what it is, they're not necessarily always guaranteed to get it on time anyways, because it's a crowdfunding site for startups mostly, and so a lot of projects are only kind of half thought out. They have maybe some prototypes, but they're nothing fully fleshed out yet usually. So, but this is a little cat toy called Ebo. It's remote control. You control it from your phone. It's got a little camera on it if you want.
Don't put it on though.
No, it's not on.
Okay. Well, don't put it on.
Huh?
Don't put it on because it's got that light.
Oh yeah.
Will make the cats go.
It's got a laser light on it if you want to. You can turn that on and off. And then you can control it through your phone. And it's... So far, our cats are more just like, what is this?
They do like a little bit when you got that laser light going.
So, we'll see how it goes. It's kind of cool, though. I really like it. And especially, like I said, because we can kind of control it from our phone. So we can just kind of sit in the couch and play with them with it. If we want to play with them, but maybe we're... a little too tired to actually get up and play or whatever, like they want to sometimes. So
yeah,
I don't know where they are at the moment. Our cats
probably on the bed sleeping, taking a nap.
So, but I don't know. I just saw it and thought it was cool. I've always wanted like a remote control cat toy. So, then we got another Kickstarter thing.
Yeah.
These are called espresso displays. They're very lightweight, thin monitors. So they're.
Well, be careful! Don't.
I'm just trying to show how light it is. Like it's pretty light. These things only weigh like maybe a few pounds.
Well, if it's so light, it might go. Whew.
Well, I guess that's possible. So I got these because they're actually meant as for like travel monitors, so you can take them with you and on vacation, things like that, and so your office goes wherever you go or whatever, And it came with several different types of stands. One was like a Visa mount thing. It's a magnetic mount that attaches to like the arms that hold the monitors. One of them is this case. It's in and of itself is also a a stand. You can hold it like this or however you want to, but then it's also just like a protective casing for it. And then we got this other stand. Sorry, I should have taken this out first, but this is just like a little stand. It's pretty thin when it's all folded up, but it opens up, and then you have a thing right here, and it just sticks like right here because it's all magnetic. So it works really well. And yeah, I just got a couple of these for us so we can have an extra monitor like when we go on vacation, or if we just want to go to the park and we need an extra monitor for something. They're also touchscreen monitors, which is nice. So
okay.
We can use them for things like that if we want to draw with them or whatever. So
that makes it nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And yeah, I don't know, just something I thought would be kind of nice for us to have. So
more toys.
Yep, more toys. And I like to do a lot of programming. Even when I go on vacation and stuff, I still like to do a lot of my programming and things like that because it's still a hobby as much as it is work.
And sometimes when, you're away, you get ideas.
Yeah.
So you want to, write it down.
And then programming with multiple monitors is a lot nicer than programming with one monitor. I've always liked having 2 or 3 monitors when I'm programming. So,
which you showed with the workstation.
Yeah, I showed you my workstation last month. 4 monitors. It's all set up really nice, so I like it a lot.
And it's been working really good.
Yeah.
Since you got the right parts and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Now it's the Adobe Creative Cloud.
Oh yeah. Prime Day it was a couple weeks ago or whatever. It had a sale, so I ended up buying a year subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud. It's something that I've been wanting to get for a long time, anyways, for miscellaneous things, and I don't know. It's just I like a lot of art stuff. That's one of the things I was mentioning before. Like other things that I started doing, which is why I haven't made as much progress on some of my knitting, is I started getting into some artistic stuff. I've been taking, not taking, I guess. I've been just like watching tutorials and stuff like that for different types of art, drawing, things like that. So having that whole Creative Cloud thing for you comes with like 30, 40 applications or whatever, the whole Adobe suite pretty much.
Yeah.
So Photoshop, Illustrator, there's Premiere, I don't know, a whole bunch of different stuff. And so I'll be playing with those a lot, and you'll, like as you saw also, I made our splash screen that you saw at the beginning of our show. I made that using Photoshop, Illustrator, and After Effects. So
cool.
It's a lot of fun, something new, and I'm probably keep improving on that thing as well as other parts of it, and then keep adding potentially some more cool stuff, artistic stuff to our podcast here, just because that's another hobby of mine, and it's still crafting, I guess, technically.
I would say so. Yeah, definitely.
So
you're learning.
Yeah, and I'm having a lot of fun with it.
You're having fun. That is the big thing.
So, with that, I also ended up getting, because I'm doing art and stuff like that, I don't know if this was what was up next, but I'm going to talk about it right now anyways, just to do it.
Yeah, it is up next.
Okay. I bought this thing here. It's just like a little mannequin figurine, and it's now in a weird shape. I had them set up like this to do like a kick.
Yeah.
I got one.
Kick.
Yeah. I got this, and there's a female one as well. And then just to kind of, I can take a picture of it or just use it as a reference or something like that, so I can draw shapes of the bodies of the pictures of the different things in different things. I've thought about maybe starting a webcomic or something like that. So learning how to draw people
that are not stick people.
Yes, that are not stick people. Even though, I mean, there's some webcomics out there that have done really well with stick people. Look at oh my gosh, XKCD. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Okay.
It's a kind of a nerdy webcomic. Okay. They talk about a lot of nerdy stuff. But they're mostly stick figures with all of their stuff. But it's the jokes that they're making, which is what is what is the comic is mostly about. So it's not it's not as much about the art as it is about the jokes.
Yeah. Well, you want to be like actual.
Yeah, I wanted to
looking.
try to feel more like true comics, like traditional comics, or a graphic novel, I guess, technically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what I'm going for. And I also got this. I know it's a little creepy, even though it's Halloween, so it kind of fits. But
It does fit.
I got a skull. I got it mainly just so I can have something to kind of give me the same thing. I can take a picture of this or use it as a reference to get a basic understanding of a shape of a head and a face.
Yep.
So I can draw faces and stuff really well. I'm still learning. None of mine are really all that good just yet, but I'm getting better. I'm improving. So at first, when I first started, I was kind of like, I don't know, down, I guess, sad a little bit, depressed a little bit, because I didn't feel like they were very good. But I hadn't drawn for like 15 years, and so I had to like remind myself, I haven't drawn really at all for like 15 years, and I'm comparing myself to people who have been drawing every day for the last 15 years, if not more.
It takes practice.
So I can't compare myself to that yet. I'm not anywhere near that, and it's going to be a while before I get that good. But I just keep practicing, and I just keep up with it, and that's what a lot of the people I was watching, they had Adobe Max last week, I was watching, and several of them were basically talking about that, and a lot of the other random tutorials I've watched online just say that, just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. You're going to suck, you practice, you're going to suck, you practice some more, you're going to suck, practice some more, maybe you suck a little bit less, and practice some more, maybe now you're not too bad, and it's just that thing, it's just over and over and over again, but it's going to take a while before you get to a point where you're like, oh, this is actually good now. It's going to take a while before you get there, so
yep. Just keep at it.
Keep at it and keep going, so.
Okay, so now he surprised me with a bag spell from Granny Bag. Aren't they cute?
Guinea pigs, not hedgehogs.
Right.
And not hamsters. Although I guess hamsters look similar enough to guinea pigs.
Yeah, but these are bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are definitely guinea pigs. Oh, they're so cute. They got a little flower on their head. Anyway, that's one of my Happy Meals, and the other is from Flying Frog Stitchery on Etsy. I got a unicorn. This is what I ordered. I ordered the unicorn needle minder, and they surprised me with sending a second needle minder of a umbrella. And I didn't pay extra. They just did that. It was amazing. So, yeah, because I didn't want to lose my needle.
Yep.
So that's why I got it. And it was very reasonably priced. It was, oh my goodness,
only a couple
maybe
bucks or
$3 or something. No, 5.
I don't know.
It wasn't
very
that
expensive.
much. You do pay shipping, but seriously, when you get like a bonus, that's awesome. Anyway.
Yeah, they were very nice.
And I love unicorns. And I am a unicorn. So
yep.
There we go. It's all fitting. Okay, next is the cricket.
Oh yeah, we just we don't have it to show because it's kind of big, but we decided to get a cricket, which is just another form of crafting. So
it was on sale.
We thought I've been seeing stuff about it off and on for the last couple of months, and it just seemed really interesting. And then I thought about doing like engravings and like doing like leather work and stuff like that, and
isn't it that I want to start making some cards?
Yeah, you were talking about making some cards and stuff like that, your own custom cards and stuff.
Yeah.
And it helps with a lot of that stuff. So you can cut things out, it'll draw things for you, like really precise shapes and stuff like that, and designs, and you design it on their software and then put it in the machine and just let it go. We haven't really used it yet because we just got it last weekend, I think.
Yeah, we just got it, so we haven't tested it all out yet. And,
so we don't really have much to show for it, but we did want to just kind of mention that, hey, we got that and we're looking forward to it. And so hopefully next podcast we'll have a few things at least to show you with it. Possible. And see where it goes. But yeah, just another thing that we thought would be kind of cool.
Yep. Coursera and Crafty.
Oh, Coursera and Crafty. So this is another thing we decided to do. We bought a year subscription to both Coursera and Crafty, which are both online classes, basically.
Yep.
They're not like true colleges or anything like that, but they're for taking classes online in different ways. So
Crafty, we were able to get for $5 for the first year, and the way that we did that was there was the ad when I was watching a podcast. There was an ad that said you could get 94% off, and so I'll click the ad, and sure enough, they give you a code, and you get it for $5 for the first year. And so I was like, well, to give it a try, $5 for a whole year, I didn't think that was bad. So, and it worked. It worked. It showed $5 only. It didn't show the same $4.99.
Yeah. So, it took it off down to $5. So we got a year's on it for $5. I don't know if that sale is still available or not, but
I've listened to a couple of the classes, the Fiction 101 or Writing Fiction 101, because I'm trying to get back into writing, which I haven't done in a very long time. I used to write when I had quite the imagination when I was a teenager.
I think you still have the imagination. You just kind of let it out.
I still do. I just gotta let my imagination out. It's been hidden. It's been hidden deep. And I also listen to the journaling because I try to journal every day. I have been journaling every day this year up to today. Some days I don't journal that much, and then other days there's other stuff, but most lately I haven't said all that much on it, but listen to the class, so it inspires me.
Yeah, and on Coursera I also decided to get that because I wanted to take some online classes on writing. I think I may have mentioned, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, one of my current projects that I'm working on outside of this more traditional crafting is I'm trying to make a video game. So being a software developer, I've been doing software development for technically probably around 20 years. Granted, first few years was kind of off and on depending on things, but so maybe 15 years now, I guess, consistently been doing programming.
Yeah. And
I've always loved video games, so I wanted to get into actually making a game. And I had a concept of what I wanted my game to be about, what the world I wanted it to take place in, things like that, and some of the characters to some extent. But I didn't have a really good story yet fleshed out. I wasn't entirely sure what it was going to be about. So I decided to take a creative writing class, and that's what I took on Coursera, and I'm still taking it right now. I actually today just finished the first class of the specialization. It's like a specialization, so there's 5 classes, I think, that are all different parts of writing a novel, technically, is what they're talking about. But I feel the training and the information and the skills will transfer over to writing a story for a video game as well. So
yeah.
And I thought about maybe publishing it out as a small short story or a novel or something as well. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But I'm having a lot of fun. I just finished the first piece of it, which is the craft of plot. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. And now I'm on the craft of character, and there's 2 or 3 other parts to it, and then it ends with you actually writing a full story.
Wow.
So I'm really excited for that. It's going to be a few more months before I finish the whole thing because it's about a month or so per section or whatever,
Gotcha.
so per class. But then there's also a lot of other stuff been thinking about taking. Words are hard sometimes. Which is why I'm learning about writing. I don't know. I need to learn how to write words. I don't know. Anyways, there's a lot of classes in there for graphic arts and things like that, which is also, like I mentioned earlier, stuff I've been trying to get into more. I did a lot of that stuff way back in the day.
Yeah.
but I haven't touched it in a long time. So it's just some more stuff that I just could use some refreshers on, learning some of the new techniques and the new skills, new software, all that kind of stuff. So so we decided to get that for us, as both of those for us, so we can just kind of like learn new things, explore new ideas, and try to branch out on what we're doing. So
Yep.
It's been a lot of fun.
Sounds good. Sorry, we got dogs around us, so hopefully you don't hear the dogs barking, but if there is anything we can do about that. Anywho's, now on to TV and movies. So, we didn't finish the last Fantastic Beasts movie in the Harry Potter marathon. We do plan to watch that this weekend, maybe tonight. Also, The Witches is on HBO Max. I remember this in elementary school, the original The Witches. Like, I don't know if it was a cartoon, maybe not a cartoon, but it was the original. And then I also have the book by Ronald Dahl of The Witches, which I still have. It's one of the sentimental things, I suppose, because I don't want to get rid of it, because I've read it so many times. I don't remember it, but it's just one of those things. So that's another movie that we plan to watch, maybe tonight even.
Yeah.
It might be a late night.
Yeah, you never know.
Alright.
So, and then after that, we still have plans to try to get back into Arrowverse. It's one of our favorite series right now. Set of series, I guess it's like 5 different shows right now, I think. 4 or 5 different shows.
5.
And they got a couple more starting next year, because I think Superman is starting another one next year. I think maybe that's it. So, but Arrow is actually ending this season, so it already technically ended. We haven't caught up with it, but
so then there's no more Arrow?
Right.
Are they going to have more Legends of Tomorrow, though?
Yes. I know that's not necessarily one of your favorites,
No. But that's okay. I still watch them.
I think Legends of Tomorrow is a little too weird for her tastes. And then because it involves like time travel, it's hard for her to like keep track of everything.
Yeah.
So I think that sometimes it gets to her, and it's a fun show. Though it's a funny show. It's silly characters. I enjoy it. It's probably not my favorite either, but I still do enjoy it a lot.
It's part of the Arrowverse, so you gotta.
Now Arrow is probably my favorite, so it's sad for me to see that go. And that's the one that started the whole thing, so that's why it's called Arrowverse. But we'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll have the current season finished by next podcast. Maybe we won't. I don't know, but we'll see how that goes. So that's just something else we're going to be trying to do. So, and then
The Amazing Race. Oh my goodness. Just started 2 weeks ago. And oh my goodness. That's one of our favorite shows, because it's like we get to travel, and they recorded the whole season before the virus went on. That's what they said in the beginning of the first episode. So that's how we know all that. But wow, like we get to travel. There's no way that I could do The Amazing Race. But
I don't even think I could do it.
We love watching it, because it's like, and it's funny sometimes, because these silly things happen.
You see silly things. You see some crazy things, like last season, that lady getting hit by the watermelon. That was
ow. Yeah, they showed that.
Like
as a replay or something of last season. It's like, oh.
Yeah, she was like in this big giant slingshot, flings a watermelon, and it goes up, and then it must have got stuck in the thing, and then smacks her right in the face.
Yeah.
And she was just kind of like dazed for probably several minutes and couldn't really do anything for several minutes. It was just like everyone was freaking out. You can tell like everybody on the show was freaking out. Everybody, I'm sure, watching it was freaking out, whatever. So it was, I know I was freaking out.
Right.
But she ended up being okay.
Yeah.
I think she was able to continue going, and
I think so.
So, but it's just a fun show. It's probably
a reality show.
It's the only reality show that I think that I can enjoy watching regularly because it doesn't feel as fake as a lot of other reality shows are. They're called reality shows, but honestly, I feel they're more fake than regular shows. It doesn't feel quite as fake, and then also you can see places that honestly we'll probably never get to see in real life. Like we'll never get to travel to some of these places.
Well,
as much as we want,
it's so crowded.
Well, yeah,
and we wouldn't have known about that until we watched The Amazing Race. Then we're like, yeah, that's a place we're not going.
And so there's a lot of places where I would love to go, but yeah, like she said, it's too crowded. Like
we don't do crowds.
And like Tokyo, I think there's something to say. Being a techie person, and a lot of big tech comes out of Tokyo and Japan right now in that area. So going there, I think, would be kind of interesting to do. But when you're shoulder to shoulder, constantly walking down the street,
no,
I just don't think I could handle that. I mean, she definitely couldn't handle that.
Well, that and the driving.
Well, we would never do any driving.
No, but still, being in the car of them driving through the mess.
And so just that kind of stuff, I don't know if I'll ever go there. And so while there's a handful of places that are smaller that maybe we will eventually get to in one day.
One day, maybe. Yeah.
There's certain places that we'll probably end up never being able to go to. And so it's just nice to be able to see it on the show. So.
Yep.
So now we're going to just finish it off here with hats off. So I'll take my hat off. It's actually not a very comfortable hat.
I got
you got to take your hat off too now this time. You don't usually wear hats,
geez.
but
bad hair day.
It's all right.
Fails. Okay.
So I wanted to give hats off to TS Creations Treasures, who we bought those boxes from
on Etsy.
She, like I said before, she went through a lot of trouble with some initial ideas on what we wanted to do for those boxes. I had some ideas I wanted to do, and she tried to do a lot of things, and she said she tried several times, and she couldn't quite get them to work right because of the type of shapes they were just, there was too many small
areas.
Too many small areas, and they just kept cracking and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided, she worked with me back and forth several times trying to figure out what we can make, and then we knew we wanted the turtle because she likes turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Sherry likes turtles a lot, so
yep.
We knew we wanted that, and I was like, well, let's see, maybe we can do something else. And we said, I just kind of like, can you do something with like samurais or katanas or swords or something, because I'm really into that kind of stuff. And so she said she can find what she looked like, and then I saw that she did a whale, so I was like, well, you do a whale, can you do a dolphin? I mean, it's not that much different. She's like, yeah, that's definitely something I can do.
Mm-hmm.
So she played around with that for a couple of days, and then got back to me with some samples of what the couple of different things that she thought would look nice, and we decided to pick out the swords that I showed you and the dolphin, and then she made them, and she did it all within a couple of weeks, custom made, homemade, carved herself, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure how she does it, but either way, however she does it, they're amazing. They're beautiful. They're really well done. They feel like they're very good quality wood, very good quality craftsmanship. I would really recommend them.
Yes. She will be linked below.
Yes, we will make sure to link her below. So if any of you want to, we highly recommend getting something from her, checking her out.
Definitely.
She's a very nice person. She's the daughter of Bags by Awesome Granny, who is also one of our favorite Etsy shops. We buy, as you can tell, we have, I don't know, 20
Oh, we must
bags
have
of her.
At least 20 of her bags.
Between the two of them, they're very nice people, and they're very helpful, and they're very willing to work with you to get you something that you want. So,
yep.
We highly recommend both of them.
And very quick to
very quick
get
turnaround,
back to
very quick get
Same
back
day.
to you. Yeah, I messaged her and said, hey, I don't really care for some of the designs myself personally. Not that they're bad designs or anything. Their stuff is still good. It's just not my style,
Taste. Yeah.
my taste. And so is there something that you could do that I would like? Because I like the concept of what you do. And I mean, within like 15 minutes, she responded to me saying, yeah, well, we can work together if you tell me what you want, blah, 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 blah. And so we're like, all right. So we started working together and messaging back and forth through Etsy. And we finally got what we liked and got it out. And it actually just arrived this morning, too. So
good timing.
yeah, it was really good timing. We like them a lot, so and they're both very good people, very nice people. So
They are.
we highly recommend their store. So if you want any good bags by Awesome Granny. If you want any cool, she does a lot of other woodwork too, from what I understand.
Yes.
So a lot of woodworking figurines and things like that. I think she has on her shop too.
I think like Rudolph or something.
Yeah, so I think
like on your mantle or something. Yeah.
So any of that kind of stuff.
should
If
get
you have
one of
any
those.
interest in anything like that, look her up. So TS Creations Treasures, and then Bags by Awesome Granny.
They will be linked.
They will be linked below. So yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for us today. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you, if you did enjoy, subscribe. Click the little subscribe button and the bell or whatever to make sure you get alerts and
Thumbs up.
thumbs up. And if you have anything to comment, just let us know and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can.
And share with others and
Yeah.
get us more out there.
Yeah, we're trying to get out there just to see what we can do and try to share some of this stuff with people. And
Yeah.
I hope people are enjoying us. And if you have any suggestions or anything like that too, comment and we can try to incorporate that into our future podcasts and things. So yeah,
Absolutely.
all right. Well, talk to you later. See you next month.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.